the codes if you want, and then you can practice on your own.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are joining with laptop or mobile phones?
I have laptop in front of me and I'm
Today,
attending the class through mobile.
Okay,
same
and
ma'am,
Anusha?
I have a laptop. I'm
Laptop.
attending from
Anusha, what
laptop
is
of
your...
my brother.
Okay, okay. So you are joining with your laptop and you are able to practice SAS, right?
Yes, ma'am. This is my brother's laptop actually.
Okay, okay. It's okay. You should have a laptop and you should be able to practice for at least, I would say 1 hour a day.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, that much practice is important. If you want to practice more, that is good for you. But I like initially start with 1 hour a day, then you can increase it to 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever you want. And one small advice while you are practicing SAS, always take small, small breaks. Like you practiced one code, then shut it down and then go and do some other work and then come back. Otherwise, if you will this is how I practice. If you guys can practice in one go, just do it. Because when I was initially practicing SAS, it was difficult for me to remember codes. And every time it was showing error, I used to get frustrated that why this error is not getting resolved. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So initially, your brain will go into this, what we call, uh, your brain will hang if you will overuse it. Okay,
Yes.
initially. Okay, so this is just an advice. However you feel comfortable, you can continue your practice. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
Okay,
ma'am.
let's study an important topic today: input methods in SAS. Okay, okay, one more thing that I forgot to tell you, that you guys can see my screen, SAS screen.
Mm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is a thing where we usually do, that is known as commenting. Okay,
Okay.
so commenting, how we do, let's suppose I am selecting this particular thing and I'll simply press Alt and this question mark on my keyboard. Okay, so when I'll select this and I'll press Alt and question mark, uh, sorry, Control and question mark. Okay, so it will comment your code. So I'll tell you what commenting does. So the only thing is, commenting, whenever you are commenting something in your SAS program, your it will not get executed. Okay, so let me show you an example. Do have some this work? Do we have? Okay, I'll show you the function. Let's start with input methods in SAS. Okay, you need to understand some concepts before starting these input methods. Okay, so do you remember the simple code of entering the data, like data and Anusha,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Let's suppose I am writing I'm writing data batch A, correct? And
Mm.
this is the name of my data set that I'll be creating in SAS. Correct? Now I will enter my semicolon here. Now I'm writing input name and location, semicolon. Then I'm writing cards, or I can write data lines. Are you able to understand this much coding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's suppose Ansanya, you are from where?
Cochin.
Okay. This is your correct spelling, right?
No,
Say,
I'm Sanya Salam, SALAM.
okay, 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 okay. Okay. Okay, actually, I have another student. Her name is Salma, so I get confused.
Okay.
So I'm very sorry for that. Let's
It's
suppose
okay.
you are from Visakhapatnam. Okay, and there is some another girl. Her name is Deeptika Mutty. Let's suppose, and she is from Chennai.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm closing this particular data, and I'm closing this with run statement. Correct? Are you able to understand this much coding till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
the name of our data set is batch A, then input is name and location. So name is this and this is the location. Okay, this is the name and this is the location. So let me run this particular code. So whenever I am running this particular code, this our log is clear. Is it showing any error, any
No,
red color error? No, our log
no.
is completely okay. So let's check our output. So our output is showing this. Can you tell me what mistake I did in the coding?
Dollar,
Because
dollar symbol, ma'am. Dollar
yeah,
symbol for characters.
SAS cannot read character
Mm,
Perfect. Very good. So
character
I'll
data.
just add a dollar symbol here. You can, if you want, you can give a space. Okay. And I'll also add dollar symbol here. Correct. So let
Okay.
me run this now. Will this work?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, I think.
Okay, so
Yes.
let me check, like I have not executed the statement yet. Okay, so previously when I executed the code, it showed me invalid data for the name line in 72, 1 or 112, invalid data for location in line 72, 14 to 26. So this line has nothing to do with these numbers. Okay, this is just a SAS. It is a way of SAS of telling you that there is some invalid data that you have entered. So this is your invalid data according to SAS. Okay, although it is not a very big error, so that's why it is not showing any warning messages or error messages. Correct.
Okay.
So I have added this dollar symbol and I'll run this particular statement. I'll execute the statement. So am I getting correct output?
No,
No,
But it's not complete.
it's not complete. Your name is not like correct, like it has missed some characters. Here also, it is not showing my complete name, the complete data that I have entered here. Okay,
Mm.
if I
Mm.
check the log has no errors. So log shows no errors. Okay, so the problem with SAS is SAS have, as we know, SAS can only read character data.
Data.
It cannot read. Sorry, it cannot read character data. It can only read numeric data. This is one drawback of SAS. Okay. Another drawback of SAS is it can only read character up to it can only read up to 8 characters. Okay. 8 means
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and output is showing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here also it is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here it is 8. And this also is only able to read 8 characters. Okay,
Okay.
okay. This
Okay,
much
ma'am.
are you able to understand?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so now to make a SAS understand that my data have more than 8 characters, I will simply mention in after dollar that I'm just assuming that these are around 20. Let's suppose this is 20 characters. Okay, so I'll just write 20 dot. Okay, and
Okay.
here location I'll write 20 dot. Okay, this
Mm.
is one way. Okay, So when I'll run this particular code, is it now showing me correct output?
No.
No.
It is not showing me correct output, but it is able to read the data. Are you able to get this?
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
read the
Yes.
data, but output is not the way we want it. Okay, so let me do a little bit arrangement here. There is one statement that we call length statement. Okay, if you are taking notes, write down length statement. Okay, so in length statement, we will simply add here length. Okay, there we will add another statement and I'll simply write this. Okay, let me do a little arrangement here. I hope it reads. Because input methods, we will learn why it is not able to read the data correctly. Okay, I'm just trying to explain you that SAS can only read characters up to eight characters. So let me try to run this particular statement, particular code. It is showing some error. What did I do? Okay, I forgot to add the semicolon. Now I'll run this particular code. You can generate an output from that data also, but this is just to explain you that SAS can only read up to 8 characters. For that purpose, you have to use the length statement here. Okay. Now, let's come to our first input method. First input method, there are 4 types of input method in SAS. There is list input method. Okay, there is named input method. Then there is column input method. And there is formatted input method. How many methods in SAS?
4.
4 methods.
There are 4 methods by which you can input your data. This is list input method, named input method, column input method, and formatted input method. Okay. Out of these 4, column and formatted input method we use in our real time. And name and list input method we do not use as such, but it is very important for examination and certification point of view. Correct? Okay, now what are these input methods? Okay, input method is a way of entering your data into SAS software. Like this is a type of input method. Okay, so this is a list input method, right? So let's understand list input method. List input method we have practiced multiple times. Okay, so list input method is used when the data values are separated by spaces or delimiters like comma, tabs, etc. You simply list variable names in the input method. SAS automatically reads data value in order. Correct? Okay. Now, for using list input method, there are certain rules. What are the rules? There should be single space present between each line. Okay. If data is missing, there should be dot present instead of that particular data. Data should be written according to the program data vector. I'll tell you what is program data vector. You just remember this word. Okay. So we are here on list input method. List input method is what we were using here, and we were not able to get a desired output because list input method have certain limitations. Okay.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
real time, when we are doing data manipulation in SAS industry or something in industry, we do not use these input methods at all. Okay. But for examination, it is important. They'll ask you question, and it is very important to build your basics of SAS. Okay, never we are going to enter data like this. We are not going to sit for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours and we are going to enter data one by one, one by one. We are never going to do that. Okay, we are directly going to import the data from your computer and then we are going to manipulate and analyze that data. But this is very important to build your basics of SAS programming, and you will be able to, when you will practice this, you will get an idea about how to write a program in SAS software. Okay. Okay. Now let's start with data, a list input method. We have practiced it multiple times, but still, let's suppose how we usually start entering our data. You guys tell me. If you remember this particular data, this is list input method only. Okay. Let's suppose I have this data. Okay, I have this patient's data. This is patient ID. This is the name of the patient, and this is the disease patient is suffering. Okay. Now tell me the code. If you are able to understand, tell me the coding.
Data
Disease,
and data set
disease,
names.
disease,
Let's name
problem,
it patient.
Patient.
Okay.
Input,
Disease is also fine.
semicolon.
Okay. Semicolon. Then
Input,
input,
names, dollar.
ID,
ID. Correct.
Okay,
ID.
ID,
name, dollar symbol,
name,
Name,
dollar.
dollar symbol.
Symptoms, dollar.
These are diseases, not symptoms.
Diseases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Dollar
Then
symbol,
dollar.
column,
Now
data
semicolon.
lines, column,
Data line,
correct.
semicolon.
And
semicolon, run, semicolon.
okay. Correct. You did a great job. Now let me run this particular code. We'll check the log. We will check the log. Our log is perfect. No problem in our log. Okay. So let's come to our output window. Our output window is looking like this. So are we able to get the desired output?
No, ma'am. In diseases, it is incomplete.
It is
Data.
incomplete. Okay. Now for this particular thing, today we learned this length statement. Okay, I'll tell you what how to use this length statement later. And there is another statement that we call length. We understood length statement. No, there is another. Yeah, we will use length statement only. Okay. So for this purpose, let me copy the code again. We will simply write length. Okay. Diseases is not coming. It is not taking the entire all the characters. So we will simply add 15 dot semicolon. Okay. You know how to use length statement. We are just assuming that, okay, let's count these. We are just assuming it can be 15 characters. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your SAS software is reading up to here. So I want that SAS should be able to read these also. So I'm adding some number here, some random number I took. Okay. Now let me run this particular code. So am I getting the correct output?
Yeah, but here now diseases is shown first and name is showing later.
Yes, correct. So, right observation. Now, what is happening whenever we are mentioning length statement here, it is showing me diseases on the first as a first variable. Okay. So, what I will do, I will simply write another code here that is known as retain statement. So, for your understanding here, I will simply write retain statement. Okay, and I will mention the names like this, that First, I want ID, then I want name, and then I want diseases. Okay. Now I will run this particular code. Okay,
Error.
I'm getting some syntax error. Can you guys figure out the error?
Missing.
Syntax error.
It is saying that this line has some error. Okay, so it is showing some syntax error. It is not reading these special characters now. So if I'll remove this, let's see if it will read my data or not. So I'll run this particular code. Now my log was clear, and let's see the output. Am I getting the desired output?
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
No. Oh, yeah.
What is
We are getting. Yes, ma'am.
we are getting the desired output, right? We are getting ID,
Yeah.
name, and diseases. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here we have used two statements, first length statement and then retain statement. Any confusion in using these two?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now let me delete these two here from here. This method is known as list input method. Okay, but this method has some limitations. Okay, what limitations? Single space should be present in between each variable to variable. Okay, now let me tell me what is variable and observation.
Like we assign like A, B, C for a
Okay,
date.
do you know
This
what is column
In Ex-
and
yeah.
row in SAS in Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
In
ma'am.
What are
Excel, there is
columns?
A, B, C. Like columns are vertical, rows are
Oh,
that line is row.
observations are
Horizontal.
Okay.
observations are rows, ma'am, and this columns are variables.
Yes, it is correct. But if we want to remember this, horizontal are known as rows, horizontal rows, and these are vertical columns. Okay. So columns in SAS are known as variable or observation,
Variables,
variables, and rows are called
observations.
observations. Okay. So this is one thing that you guys need to remember, because whenever we are talking in terms of SAS, we always will talk like there is a variable, there is an observation, there is a variable, there is an observation. Okay. So whenever you will see the log also, log will also display variable error or some error, some kind of error in terms of variables only. Okay. So when I executed this code, you can see what SAS is telling me. It has 5 observation and 3 variables, right? So
Yes.
our output had 5 observations and 3 variables, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to remember this. Just try to, you will be able to remember this, because we'll be talking about this multiple times. Okay. So horizontal rows are called observations and the vertical columns are called variables. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now this was known as list input method. So now this input method has certain limitations. Let's suppose this dot was not present here. Okay. So if my data was like this, okay,
Mm.
so it will not read it correctly. Is it reading my data correctly?
No.
No. So for this thing, if a data is missing, there should be a dot present instead of that particular data. Okay, so there should be a dot present if a data is missing. Otherwise, your output will not be your desired output. You will never get the desired output. Correct? Are you able to understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, single space should be present in between each variable to variable. Now you know what is variable.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. These are variables and there should be single space present in between them. Okay. So if I do this and now if I run this particular program, I am again not getting my desired output. Okay, so there are two limitations here that single space should be present between each variable. And if a data is missing, there should be a dot present instead of that particular data. I'm not explaining you PDV here because you guys will get confused and you will say, oh my God, so many things in SAS. But I'll tell you later once we'll practice programming. What is PDV? Okay, that time you will
Okay,
be
ma'am.
able to understand it better. Okay.
Okay.
So this is known as list input method. So you want to practice one more time list input method?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm,
Let's practice with some data. You guys tell me a data, okay? Tell me a data and let's start with Ansania. Yes, let's start with coding.
okay. Data um science batch. Mm, then input then should we use this retain and length statement or just
It
we go
depends.
direct
First of all, let enter this input in data
input?
line, then we'll decide that if we require this or not. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
Input ID, names, gender. Um, Data lines. Um, I mean semicolon, semicolon. Okay, data lines, semicolon. One Anusha means a space, single space should be there, right?
Single space should be
Ansha
there.
F.
Okay.
Uh, Two Samran
Okay.
F.
Okay.
Three
Hmm.
Virat
Okay.
M. Semicolon.
Okay.
Run.
Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah, you have entered the data. So it will not require any out. Okay. You missed an important thing, dollar sign.
Um, Dollar sign.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So this was our output. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it difficult?
No.
Okay. Now one more example. Anusha, you gave me an example and I want to use retain and length statement too.
Okay. Data,
Hmm.
data space students,
E.
students, ma'am, students,
Okay.
semicolon.
Okay, one more thing. I'm sorry, I'm stopping you here. When I executed this particular program, okay, and when I read the log, it is, let me check here. Libraries, homework, station, science page. Okay, correct. Okay, I'll tell you later why I stopped you. We'll talk about these naming rules later on. Okay, now continue.
Okay. Input,
Input,
ID,
ID,
name, dollar symbol,
name, dollar symbol,
age,
age,
gender, gender,
hmm,
dollar symbol,
okay,
marks, marks,
okay,
marks,
marks.
colon, semicolon,
Hmm.
data lines,
Hmm.
semicolon,
Hmm.
101,
Hmm.
Anusha
Hmm.
Patel, Anusha Patel,
Hmm.
29,
Hmm.
female, F, 98, 102, Ansania Salam, 25, female, 100, semicolon, run, semicolon. So
Ex-
here Anusha Patel is more than 8 characters. So we need to write first length statement here.
Okay.
Length, name, name. One
Dollar.
second, I forgot. Yeah, dollar,
Hmm.
uh, 20 dot,
Engine dot.
20 dot. Okay. Retain. Now we had to include retain statement because name is
Okay.
retain,
Hmm.
ID,
Age,
name, dollar.
gender,
Yeah.
marks.
Okay. Marks.
Correct. Because
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want my variable names to be in a particular order. Okay.
Order.
So let's run this statement. Am I getting my desired output?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any confusion now?
No, ma'am.
No,
Will
ma'am.
you be able to practice this on by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this is list input method. Create, try to just write these kind of programs so that you become habitual of writing a program. Like you are starting with data and then you are ending it with semicolon, then you are ending it with the run. Okay. So more errors will you will face more errors. You will learn better. Okay. So you have to practice. I said 1 hour a day. Correct. Now let's come to named input method. Okay. Now let's understand what is named input method. Named input method, as the name suggests, in this method we use variable names directly assigned. Okay. In this method, variable names are directly assigned. Okay. Now, how are we assigning the names directly? Let's suppose I have a data. Okay. Now let's name the data as the class, right? And I'm writing input, roll number, and then I'm writing name and then location, semicolon. Okay. Then I'm writing data lines, semicolon, roll number 101, name is Atif, and location is Hyderabad. Okay. Then we have 102, name is let's suppose hmm, Roja, and she is from. Okay. Now this data is absent. We don't know the roll number of the third student. Okay. So I'm just writing Ira, and location is let's suppose what can just tell me, give me some idea.
Delhi. Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. Now this is 104 or something, and this data is missing. Okay. And the location is again let's try,
Cochin.
Maharashtra. Yeah. Anything.
correct.
Okay.
Run. Now, when I execute this particular program, my output will somewhat look like this. Okay, so I forgot the dollar here. I'll write dollar and dollar. Okay, now let's run the program. Okay, this is my output is coming. Okay, let's suppose if I'm not adding these dots here. So will my output be I will get my desired output.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the list input method is only working when I'm adding this particular dot whenever data is missing. Okay, let's suppose if I don't want to add this dot, or I don't want to do any modifications in my data, and this space is also not present. So if I
If
want
I
to
want
get a desired output, I will simply use my named input method. Okay, so how to use a named input method? Let me show you what is the difference of named input method and list input method. Okay, so I will simply write here roll number is equals to. Okay, then I'll write dollar. Before the dollar, I will write is equals to location is equals to. I'll simply add is equal to. Correct. Then I'll write roll number is equals to, is equal to, is equal to, and is equal to. Then I'll again write in front of name. I'll just write is equals to, name is equals to, name is equals to this, and name is blank. Okay. Then I'll write and add location is equals to, is equals to, is equals to, and is equals to. Okay, now we are getting the desired output. We just had to do some arrangement here. Okay, but you will notice that even if we have not entered any dot here, okay, even we are not separating it with single space. Multiple spaces is present. See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Multiple spaces is present, not single space. And there is no dot we are adding here. Correct? But still we are getting the desired output by named input method. Are you getting it?
Yes,
Are you able to understand?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, these things are little confusing. Okay, it does need little bit of arrangement, but this is just to teach you how to write a code. Okay, this is not, we are never going to use this in our real life scenarios when you'll be working with an organization or something. We are never going to write the data like this. But this is to teach you how to write a program and how to enter the data. Correct?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So in named input method, we are naming each and every variable separately. We are defining by adding is equal to sign. Correct? Okay. In the same way, we can have large amount of data. Let's suppose this is data 3. Our data can look like this also. Okay. So this is cars. Then we have model number, car, and price. Okay. So I'm add in like everywhere I'm writing is equals to. Okay. Even though it is not separated by a single space, there are multiple spaces present. Okay. And the data is more than there are spaces also. Okay. See, this is Honda City price. Okay, sorry, this is Honda City. Okay, there is a space, but if I have used this list input method, it would have, it would have created these two as different variables. Okay, but if you will see this particular output, it has counted it as single variable. But we have to add this retains this length statement here as well. Okay, we have to add length statement for car. So if I'm running this particular code, see, Even if space is present, it is showing me the complete output. Honda City, correct? Here there is space, but if I add space here, see, if I write, you gave me this example, Anusha. If I write Virat Kohli, okay, if I write my name here, okay, and if I write your name, I don't know your surname, let's
Patel.
say Patel, okay, and now I'm running this particular code. By adding a space, it is showing me as two different variables in list input method. But here, even though space is present, it is it is showing me it as a single variable name. Okay, we can arrange this by using retain statement also. We can simply write here retain, and we can write this code. Okay, I did a big error. See, I wrote retain after length statement, so it is not running my code.
Okay.
Okay,
So retain
this
should
was,
be before length.
yes, this was the big mistake that we were doing. I was explaining, so I just missed this. So now we are getting the desired output: model number, car, and price. Correct. See, this simple mistake I did here, I was not getting my desired output. So you have to be very careful while writing the code. Even if you are missing a semicolon, you will get a error. If you are doing some typographical error, you will get an error. If you are not writing the code in a particular order, not correct order, you will get a error. Okay. So
Okay.
this was a simple error that we were doing. Any confusion? Now we have any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You want to practice this named input method as well? We did earlier.
Mm, yes,
One
ma'am.
example. One example.
Mm,
Okay. Anusha, give me some example of this named input method. We'll use named input method now. Hello.
mm,
Anusha has muted. You tell me, Anshika, Ansanja, you tell me.
okay.
Uh,
Data.
data.
Hello,
Um.
can you hear me, ma'am?
Outfit.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. You both can give me some idea of so that we could practice named input method.
Okay.
Okay.
Outfit. Maybe
Out,
outfit.
outfit, okay.
Mm, semicolon.
Mm.
Um. Let me imagine. Model.
You can
Okay.
also give your idea,
Okay.
Anusha, if you have.
Uh, m- uh, okay, ma'am. Okay. For that
Mm.
outfit, also you we can use some model number. I don't know what numeric data should be given for
It's
clothing.
okay, it's okay. We are
Model
just
number.
practicing.
Can we use model number? So retain model number, uh, type,
Okay,
then price.
data lines.
Then um, should we use length?
Should we
Okay.
use?
Oh, okay, okay. We are directly coming to data lines. We are not using retain and length here, right, ma'am?
Now, just let first add the data. Just enter the
Okay,
data, then we'll use
okay,
length and rating statement. Okay.
okay, ma'am. Model number is equal.
Hmm. We are using
Um,
is equals to.
is equal to type equal to. Okay. For
In
type,
case
we
of
should use dollar, right, ma'am?
for
Type
type,
and
we should use dollar. Correct.
dollar. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Model number equal to space type equal
Hmm.
anarchally um space price equal to 3000. Then model number is equal to uh, then type equal to sharara. mm, Price 5000. Model number 12345 is equal to type is equal to sari. Price is equal to 1000.
Okay,
Now
that
okay,
is fine.
solid.
Okay.
Run. Okay.
Now I'll write run. So if I execute this data, it is showing me this. Okay. So
Mm.
what we will do, it is not showing me the full name of these. So what we will do,
We will add
Assign
length
length
statement.
statement here.
okay, length statement here in where?
Outfit.
It's a
Outfit.
I
data
mean
set.
type
Hmm.
uh, type dollar is equal to 15 or 20.
15 dot.
Okay, 15 dot semicolon.
Then
Retain model number, then type, then price.
will this code work? This code is correct, Anusha?
Yes,
Will
ma'am.
I hope so.
That output
Okay,
read.
let's run the code. Log, no errors. Output, no errors. Okay. So
Okay.
if I have used the same data with list input method, will I be able to get the desired output?
Mm,
Let's remove this. Okay. Will I get my desired output now?
Yes, ma'am, because there are no places. Yeah,
Okay. Let me run this statement. We are not getting the desired output. Why?
once you show the code, no, ma'am.
Okay. This is the code. We'll check the log. Log have errors. What is it showing?
Invalid data.
Invalid data. For what?
price.
For
Price.
price. Okay. Then again, invalid data. Invalid data. Price, it is considering it as an invalid data. Okay. But it is not reading these because what is the limitation of
Multiple
list
space
input
and
method? There
in
should be
listing
Single
it
space.
should be single space, and if data is absent, we should put dot.
yes. So what it is like, because we
Multiple
have a
space.
same space here, it is considering this as two different variables.
Okay.
Okay. But because the SAS do not have any variable name for this, okay, it is not showing us in any output here. Now it is confused between price, if this is a data for price or if it is a data for type, what it is. Okay, so it is showing us blank. Any confusion? But when we used our named input method, it was able to read the data correctly. Okay, so named input method can be used if you have space in your names and you have some spaces or you have some missing data. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Mm.
There is a big question mark I can see on your faces.
No, because processing is actually slow for my brain.
It is okay. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
processing
sir.
will be slow because obviously it is coding. Okay, so it is very new for you. You guys are not from coding background. It will be difficult. Even now also when I write code, I do errors. Okay,
But
and
it's
some,
interesting and no, it's not that difficult, but I
yeah,
think
it is not.
yeah.
Okay, it is very basic coding. The codes will be very simple, very simple. This is just input method. We are never going to use it in our real life. Okay, but this is
Mm,
just for your examination point of view. Okay,
okay.
so if you want to give your certification exam, you have to practice this.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Coding will be very simple. If you want to calculate frequency, just write proc frequency. Sorry, semicolon and run, and you just write the data name. Your frequency will be calculated. If you want to calculate means, you simply write proc means, semicolon and run. All the coding will be like this only. It will
Mm,
always start with a keyword and you will end it with a run.
mm,
Okay.
okay.
So I would want you to practice this for tomorrow's session so that we will be able to understand these two methods, column input method and formatted input method. These are very important methods.
Okay, ma'am.